I eat healthy. That's how it usually starts. And for most people, that's true. You've cut out the junk and you're making better choices than before. But saying I eat healthy and actually knowing what it is two different things. One's a feeling, the other's a fact.
You can believe you're eating healthy and still be way off. And not because you're lying, but because nobody taught you how to check.
Today, we're gonna reveal 5 real reasons eating healthy can be working against you, even if you're trying.
Let's start with the one that trips up almost everybody, even the ones that think that they're doing everything right.
Granola, trail mix, dried fruit, nut butter, all healthy. Also about 500 to 700 calories in one handful if you're not careful.
Nobody eyeballs a donut and gets it wrong. But most people eyeball almonds or raisins and get it wrong every single time.
This is called the health halo. The label does the thinking for you, and your brain skips the part that checks how much you're actually eating.
These foods aren't bad. The problem is that healthy, the word healthy, now turned into unlimited in your mind.
You generally think, ooh, I had a healthy snack. And you did. But the problem is it was 4 servings and not 1.
This happens a lot with things like nut butters. People eat it straight out of the jar thinking it's just a small serving. 2 tablespoons is around 390 calories. And you can easily eat 4 to 5 if you really like it.
And the same thing happens with that trail mix you get at a gas station. 1 bag can be 700 to 1,000 calories and you eat the whole bag on your road trip. And you're like, dang, how many calories am I eating? You don't know.
The fix is simple. Learn to read the labels and track your foods. You can also log it into a nutrition app so you can be aware of how many calories you're eating on each serving.
Reason number 2 is not about food you overeat. It's actually about calories that you don't even know or you don't register that you're eating them at all. You got the fresh juices, you got your smoothies, you got your lattes with oat milk. It feels like self-care, but really, it's dessert.
Your body doesn't treat liquid calories the same as real food. Chewing tells your brain you're full, but drinking mostly skips that step. You can drink 400 to 500 calories in 5 minutes and still be hungry 15 to 20 minutes later because nothing told your brain you actually ate.
You tell yourself, I had a healthy smoothie for lunch, and you mean it. But your body barely registered that as a meal.
I see this constantly. Someone replacing a full meal for a smoothie, for a green smoothie, just because it sounds better on paper. But in reality, it probably has around the same amount of calories or even more. The only difference is that instead of eating your calories, now you're drinking them.
The fix isn't cutting it out completely. You can still enjoy from time to time, but the fix is you can make yours at home. Add your own ingredients, put in some protein powder, some Greek yogurt, and track it so you're not going crazy.
Reason 3 is the opposite. This one is not about overeating. It's about undereating and paying for it later. You skip breakfast to save calories, but by 2 p.m., you're not just hungry, you are starving. Starving doesn't reach for chicken, rice, and broccoli. It reaches for whatever's closest and fastest. You didn't save calories. Now you just push the problem for later in the day, and on top, you added a crash.
This is where people blame themselves for not having enough willpower. That's not the problem. You were just underfed in the morning. I've been so good today, I barely ate. Yeah, that feels healthy, but it's just setting you up to overeat later.
Here's what it looks like in real life. Skip breakfast, small salad at lunch, feeling proud of yourself. Yay! By 6 p.m., you're starving. And now dinner turns into 2 big plates, plus dessert, and any snacks you find in your fridge at night when you're in your couch.
When you add up the whole day, that I barely ate anything, it didn't save you any calories. It just moved it overeating to later when you had less control over it, and you're tired, and you're stressed, and you just want some food. The fix is simple. Feed yourself throughout the day, not just a bunch of calories later at night. Reason number 4 is actually why reason number 3 hurts so much, because most light meals aren't built to hold you at all.
A salad with no protein, a rice bowl with barely anything, looks light and healthy, but doesn't hold you very long.
Protein and fiber are what actually makes you full. And if you skip them, you're back in the fridge or looking for another snack. Ask yourself this question. Does my meal have protein in it? It's the most important thing. You can build your plate around that. Add some carbs, add some fat. That salad with no protein is not going to be able to hold you for hours. Add some grilled chicken, add some beans. Build your meal around protein.
Last one. And this one is less about food itself, but mostly about the mindset wrapped around it.
You eat a salad for lunch, and then you reward yourself for dinner. One good meal becomes a reward to have a bad one.
Food turns into a scoreboard. Good choices earn bad ones back instead of just eating normally.
You can eat perfectly most of the day and still gain weight if every good meal is followed by a reward meal.
And it goes the other way too. One bad meal doesn't ruin a whole week of good ones. People panic, overcorrect, and it starts the whole cycle all over again.
We see this time and time again. Someone eats good from Monday through Friday, and then on the weekend, they just go crazy and ruin their progress, and then they repeat it again.
You start thinking, I did well, so I earned this. But the math doesn't really work that way when it comes to your body.
The goal was never to eat perfectly. The goal is to eat in a way that keeps you feeling good and your energy steady, not swinging between restriction and reward. Alrighty, that's all 5. None of this means healthy eating is the enemy. It means the word healthy on a label doesn't replace actually paying attention to how much you're eating and what you're eating. If this helped you, make sure you like the video, subscribe, comment below, share with a friend that needs to hear this. Follow me on Instagram, Coach Tata.
Follow me, Luisa Tata Fit.
God bless you. Peace.